as I stated on my own page earlier, this is one man who has plagued our country with viral abuse for 10 years. And in 2001, when the World Trade Center was hit, on that day, I'm sure everyone remembers it, it would be impossible to forget it. We went through a change that day. Our country decided that we were going to step up our security, that we were going to do something about these criminals who come to our country and decide what is theirs and what is not. I think what everyone needs to remember is that this is our country, and you should be proud to live in it. And to have such emotions over one person, I believe, is to be wrong. I believe it mimics our government in a lot of ways. After that happened, our government went on a manhunt for this one person, spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars trying to find him. And were we successful? In my opinion, no. We got lucky. We shot a missile at his mansion and killed him. Now, I see on the homepage of Facebook all my friends Osama is dead and rejoice, and this is a great day, and to me that's senseless. It's comparable to rejoicing over any death, and to be rejoicing over death itself is meaningless to me. I really believe that death is possibly an escape for most who don't understand what the value of their life is. I don't know the guy, and yeah, he is a terrorist. He killed many American people, and I believe he needed to be punished. But jail time is better than death. I understand he's a criminal of the world. I understand that we've taken out a key element in the Al-Qaeda, but what's it really going to do? Is it really going to solve our problems? Because the truth is that a force as strong as the Al-Qaeda, who believes so strongly in what they have accomplished and what they are destined to do, will not be hindered by this loss. If this were to happen to our country, if our president were to be assassinated, if an important key member of our country were to die, what would we do? Would we stop what we're doing? Would we stop? We wouldn't, no. We would continue moving forward. We would find as much precedence and as much power and compassion in the situation as we possibly could, and we would find a reason, we would have a reason instantly to make right what was done wrong. Just as they are. We cannot look at these people and look at ourselves and say that we're any better. Because if they were to accomplish some ridiculous act of terrorism upon us, they would rejoice just the same as we are now. So I don't see how we're any different if we act that way. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. I suppose that my point is that people honestly need to take a real good look at what they believe in. Life and death is not a subject to be taken lightly. Life and death is at times sad and at times rejoiceful, but it's not something to be happy about, in my opinion. Sure, I will not, and as few as it may be that listen to this, I don't really believe that anyone will take, well, not anyone. I believe that some people will take this seriously and others will look at me and say, you're an idiot. This guy was a criminal and he needed to die. And that's fine. Your opinion is your opinion. You're more than welcome to. You can say whatever you want. I won't delete your comments. I'll probably add you as a friend. But literally, you need to step back and take a look at it. Because if you don't, then you're no better than these criminals who have attacked us. This doesn't make any sense to me to act the way that we are acting. Like I said, one man, and there are hundreds of them to follow. Hundreds. I really think what we need to do is step out of that country and let them solve their own problems. It sounds too good to be true for most people, and many will argue that we have a responsibility to uphold the values of our planet, of our world, and of our world democracy, as they so call it. But in response to that, how well is our democracy working for us right now? And how much money do we owe to other countries? You know, out of the 190 some odd countries in this world, we owe 80% of those countries some kind of cash. And how far has that gotten us? We're in debt. Gas prices are going to be up to $6 a gallon this summer, and we expect our government to pay back $14 trillion in money when we're spending more than that on an annual basis. Not more than 14 trillion, but we're spending enough to keep our debt rising, and we're not paying anything off. And these low budget cuts, these cutting 1% of our government spending isn't going to do it. On a mass scale, our military funding, which is paying for our military funding, is paying for our loved ones to be overseas right now, in this mess, fighting people who won't give up. I say, instead of paying for all of these people, for all of our military to be over there, bring them back home and pump up our security a little bit. I mean, does it really take a plane flying into one of our biggest skyscrapers for us to jack up our security? Or should it not just be common sense that instead of fighting these people, we need to protect ourselves? I believe we're diluted. I believe that our sights are set on something that we can't really control, and while we're looking at that, our blind side is being attacked by people from all different sides. I believe we can function as a country without creating war. And I don't believe that being over there is justifying our means. I understand that we have an obligation to uphold the rights of the Constitution, but I didn't realize when I became aware of our constitutional values that part of the deal was making other people suffer in order to believe what we believe in. Democracy is a choice. Freedom is a choice. They can be free. They can have democracy if they want it. They can choose to have it. They have to come together as a people, just as we did in 1776. And if we are not able to believe that ourselves, then how can we press those beliefs upon other people? Especially in times right now where our country can't even agree with itself. Where do we have the right to step onto someone else's territory? Just food for thought. I'm really tired, and I'm going to go to bed. But I promised everybody I'd blog tonight. This is the first of hopefully many, because like I said, I don't do this. This isn't something I've done before. So we'll see how it goes. But I appreciate you watching and listening, and I'm hoping to hear what everybody thinks. I'm eager to know what your opinion is, and by no means will I ever judge you for what you have to say. I never get mad. I just think that we need to be talking about these things. We need to be a part of our own situation. Instead of sitting here talking about what our opinions are, I really believe that we need to voice ourselves to the point where we can have a constructive conversation about these things. Because all I see